Hello everyone, did you know that your smartphones have bloatware settings that drain your battery, constantly use your internet and mobile data to send various data accumulated across all your apps? And that's really only a small part of what they can do, because they also determine your location, can turn on your GPS without your permission, and can determine what you click in certain apps, such as what you search for on YouTube, how long you watch it, what videos you watch, what you search for in your browsers, what apps you use, how often, and so on. But this applies to absolutely all the apps on your smartphones. And in fact, this is very profitable for developers, because when you buy a new phone, all these settings are enabled by default and work to your disadvantage. Your phone starts to overload, it starts to slow down, it starts to perform poorly, everything opens slowly. And even if you don't have unlimited internet, you ask yourself, where do my megabytes go? If I don't use anything and don't download anything at all. So, the constant exchange of information, of course, gives a big minus in terms of traffic. But the most negative thing is that all this information is sent to unknown servers. And the most important thing is, of course, you get a huge amount of advertising on your phone, but this is good if it's only advertising. Secondly, there could simply be a data leak, for example, what you stored in your gallery, perhaps some important documents, passwords, personal information, and so on. And, unfortunately, no one will be held responsible for all this, or such a leak, because you yourself allowed the developers to research and use absolutely all applications so that they provide all the information about you, how you use your smartphone in general. Now I will show you several such important settings that it is advisable to double check on absolutely all smartphones. It doesn't matter what model. All this is on iPhones, it is on Android and any other model. I make very useful videos for you. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends. Let me warn you right away that some settings have already been shown by other bloggers, but they don't show you the full version. They only show part of the settings, which, yes, are useful, but if you don't use them completely, not all the way through, then you've seemingly disabled one side, and if you haven't disabled the other part, then they'll continue to work. So, watch the video carefully to the end so everything is clear, so you don't miss anything important and don't miss any crucial points, and everything works out for you. So, first, you need to find the standard settings. I think this won't be a problem. They are available on absolutely all phones. Go to the standard settings. Next, you'll see a menu like this. In the general menu, you need to scroll down and find a line called Google. This line, it may not be called Google, but simply Accounts or Google Accounts. It may also be called Google Services. So, we go to this line and then you get this menu. Look, on this phone, I personally have a Recommended tab and an All Services tab. You might not actually have a Recommended tab. We don't need it. We need All Services. So, I click on this line. You can, in principle, I've seen a menu like this on some smartphones. Then you need to scroll down and find a line called Usage and Diagnostics. Look, it might be among other settings. It doesn't necessarily have to be at the end, just search by name. Go here, and you'll really be shocked. Of course, this slider will be enabled and working. It says here that we agree that we will send information to Google servers and share this information in order to supposedly improve the use of our phone, our Android system. In general, it's so veiled, let's say, they wrote that this kind of tracking is taking place, how we use our phone. And these diagnostics and statistics, they are sent to Google's servers. What happens to it there, of course, no one really knows. Just ask yourself, if you have this switch turned on, will there really be any updates or bug fixes available to you? Of course not. It's simply collecting personal information to send you ads. And not only that. Of course, we need to turn this switch off so that we give developers less control over our lives in general and all the apps on our smartphones. Because, of course, it drains the battery. Uselessly, in fact. And in order for this kind of sending to happen, your internet is constantly being used. And that's not very good, because when a bunch of unnecessary apps and programs are running, and everything is running in the background, your phone can become very slow, freeze, glitch, and so on. And you might even think about buying a newer phone, but don't rush, of course. Same here. I'll show you a few more settings that will help improve performance, battery life, and reduce overall tracking of any actions on your phone. To do this, go back with the arrow and then go to Personalization taking into account general data. Click on this line. Next, look, you see several applications. For example, I have 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Someone might have 6 applications, someone will even have 2 applications. There, but in any case, something will be enabled here. And here again we are warned that we give permission to use these applications in order to provide information about how we use them, supposedly in order to improve Android. Again, we are improving Android. Only how and what improvement? Well, it's completely unclear. You might think that if we turn off these sliders, all these buttons, then we will not receive the update. Well, of course, the update comes to everyone stationary, practically at the same time, because this doesn't affect the update in any way. But they just cleverly describe it as necessary. It's not us who need it, but the developers. For example, the first one is the Maps app. It constantly uses GPS, even if your GPS isn't working. And you understand that GPS drains your battery greatly. Plus, it stores data about which paths you take, where you drive, where you relax. And then you might see an ad claiming that there's a certain establishment near you, and you can visit it for this or that reason. In short, this data collection should, of course, be disabled. This applies to Gmail, and generally to accounts you enter, for example, on YouTube, for example, on the Play Market, or some other services. This, again, means reading your emails. If you actively use email, everything you send, rest assured that it is monitored and checked, and yes, it is also stored somewhere. Of course, go ahead and disable it. Google Chrome. This applies to browsers. If you enter search queries to find information in browsers. But even if you don't use Google Chrome, you may notice that usually, even if you use another browser, when you click on a search query, it still searches through Google. So, again, we disable this. Next, external storage. Well, this is a very broad concept. In fact, this doesn't refer to externally connected flash drives, but rather to the storage device installed in your smartphone. This could be either a flash drive or internal memory. And imagine if you have access to absolutely all memory, that is, access to absolutely all files. These are your personal photos, your videos, your audio, or any other information. Of course, you need to disable this access. Next, contacts on the device. Well, ask yourself this question: how will the Android system improve if it knows all my contacts? Well, honestly, I'm speechless. I'm shocked that they actually need my personal contacts to improve Android. You know what I'm getting at. Of course, you need to block this kind of access. Everything that's here. If you even have other apps here, be sure to disable them all, and you'll be surprised. Firstly, there will be less tracking of how you use these apps. Secondly, some apps can even exchange data and share it with other apps. It's just awful. I'll show you in the video later how to disable it. And then there's the constant battery drain, because all this stuff runs in the background. Even when you're not using your smartphone and you think nothing's working, you might notice that your phone has been sitting there for literally an hour without any activity, and a few percent of your battery has just been drained. And of course, all this requires internet access. Well, personally, I'm currently using Wi-Fi, because it's the best I've got right now. I have free internet. But those people who use mobile internet suffer greatly from the fact that they have some kind of limited megabyte package. And it happens that you seem to have used nothing, downloaded nothing, but the internet traffic is gone, it's disappeared somewhere. This is exactly what it takes to send this kind of data. And now I'll show you some more very important settings that it would be advisable for each of you to adjust. Look, go back with the arrow. Here we need to scroll down and find the word called advertising or advertising services. Click on this line. Look, there's a new setting here that wasn't there before. You may have adjusted certain settings here before, but rest assured that when you receive the new updates, 3 more important items were added that are enabled by default and that don't have a positive-negative impact on your phone's performance at all. Look, go to Privacy and Advertising, and here you'll see a menu like this. Let's go through the ad topics in order. It says here that we allow the collection of information from recently opened apps. So, for example, if we open YouTube, it will remember what we search for, what we watch, and how long we watch. If we open browsers, it will also remember what we searched for there, what product we were looking for, or what information we were looking for. If we open something else, all these statistics will be collected again in order to then send you ads based on what you're interested in. So, of course, we turn off this slider. Why should we share this information? It won't help us in any way, but will only uselessly drain our battery and collect personal information. We go back with the arrow. Next, we go to the line Ads Offered by Apps. Look, this is a very interesting setting that, for example, allows one app to share with other apps. So, for example, if you have 30 apps on your phone, it doesn't matter which ones, just the apps you always use, but one of these apps is still it collects some information, and collects it very carefully. And what does this app do next? Of course, it takes it and shares it with other apps. And it turns out that you get the same ads in absolutely every app possible. So, on the one hand, you can trust some apps, but that doesn't mean you don't have apps that collect information. And I think they are on absolutely all phones in order to collect some statistics. Of course, let's turn off this slider. Then go back with the arrow. And here at the bottom there's a third setting. Here, and you won't believe it, this is an assessment of the effectiveness of advertising. I never cease to be amazed at the audacity of the developers who came up with all this. So imagine that in addition to collecting some information about how you use absolutely every app, if you have this slider turned on, the manufacturers and developers themselves can request this information automatically from your Android. That is, if something is already, for example, the developer himself took it, requested information, and it was sent to him without your permission because you have this slider enabled. Of course, in my personal opinion, this is simply very impudent. Sure, go ahead and disable this slider. Then go back with the back arrow. Back arrow again. And here, look, we have 2 more settings left. You will in any case be assigned some kind of identifier, which has its own number, and it is used to share data. For example, some app has already downloaded a lot of data about you personally, and it has assigned this path, this number. And this number can be easily shared with absolutely anyone or with any app. Based on this, all this data will be downloaded from you. To prevent this, of course, go ahead and reset the advertising identifier. Here, we confirm that we are resetting it, and all that remains is to delete the advertising identifier. And click delete. Look, you won't be completely cut off from advertising. Get rid of it. It will simply become significantly smaller. Your phone will use less of your internet connection, and battery life and overall smartphone performance will improve. But don't rush to switch. I'll show you a well-hidden setting, a well-hidden app that was installed on your smartphone just recently, automatically, without your knowledge. And the first thing it does is scan all your photos in the gallery. This is a very dangerous setting, because if there's a data leak from your gallery, many users actually use photos, saving some personal information. This could be documents, passwords, or simply personal information. And now some have introduced stealth access to scan everything. So watch the video carefully to the end, without switching anything, so you can do everything right. Go back with the back arrow and go to System Services. Then you need to scroll through and find this app called Android System Safety Core. Here it is. Look, it was installed from the Google Play Store automatically by Google, but almost no one knows about it. I don't know. It was originally created to check your photos for 18+ photos when you sent messages, meaning they're not suitable for a certain audience of people under 18. Although the developer claims that this all happens on your phone and isn't going away, ask yourself a question. First, to find out whether there are such photos or not, you need to, first, scan your entire gallery and only then determine whether there are such photos and whether they need to be blurred or painted over because they're not suitable for a certain age. Accordingly, all this data is initially sent to some servers. Is it possible that some kind of leak could have occurred from these servers? Of course, it's possible. And this happens very often. And then you have to change absolutely all your passwords on all your apps because there was such a leak. Or maybe you actually saved all these important passwords and data in your gallery. The second thing that doesn't inspire confidence is, of course, that there was no announcement whatsoever regarding this app. It's just with the latest updates, they installed themselves, and no one even noticed. And thirdly, of course, if you read here, Google itself recommends deleting this app altogether if you don't need such features. I'll tell you this honestly. If a child is using your phone, you might want to keep it. But if you're an adult, I'll tell you that you store a lot of different data on your phone that you'd better not share anywhere. Of course, go ahead and delete this app, which can negatively impact your privacy in the system and in Android. After all the settings are done, rest assured that your phone will take on a new life, and you'll be very happy that you've gotten rid of negative tracking and generally improved your phone's performance.